Peekaboo.
Ew.
Peekaboo. Smack.
SHMACKEMAGOB. SHMACKEMAGOB.
That's right. It's Lee Gersman, or how Mark pronounces your name on the podcast, Lee Gershman.
You can just call me Squiggly Wiggly, and I don't care.
Right on, Lee. Hey, you're ripe on that vodka now, right? You got a lot of vodka in you.
Yeah, I got a whole fucking
Show your drink, Lee.
I'll show you my drink.
Wow, that's some cheap ass vodka, man.
Yeah, man. I'll also show you one of my if I can find her, one of my oh shit, where's my girlfriend? I can't find her right now.
She's here. She's down here, Lee. Look, look right down here.
Okay, I'm trying to find my other girlfriend. Fuck.
She's over here.
Oh.
They're both down here. They're both servicing me.
Well, then whoever this is the girlfriend you haven't been with yet.
Yet. Keyword yet.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's get into this, all right?
Okay.
This is a donated episode. Her name is Dana. What's her last name? Dana?
Reidling Russell.
Dana Reidling Russell wanted us to do. Oh man, I can't wait to get my hands on her. That girl.
Hey man, I've got her and she still smells like peppermint.
I gotta get her before she starts smelling like Lee.
Hey,
she wants us to do the Monkees. What is it? Birds and the Bees and the Monkees versus Beatles Revolver.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about the Monkees though. I'm a big Beatles fan, so I'm very well aware of the Beatles.
I'm very much well aware of both bands.
Right on, man. So you're going to be a little more legitimate than me when it comes to this. So I listened to the Monkees album. I didn't have to listen to the Beatles. And I took notes, and let's do this, all right?
All right.
All right, Lee. Since the Beatles came out first, what would you pick? Hold on. It's something World, right? Dream World, Taxman versus Dream World by the Monkees.
Well, this one is tough because I like them pretty much equally, but for different reasons. Taxman is a song I listened to ever since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I loved it then. And hearing it remastered, I love it now. The Monkees song Dream World I never liked back then, and it's only now that I understand what Davy Jones brought to the band and how his schmaltzy songs were purposeful and served as an alternative to what the other band members were doing. And it has a psychedelic edge to it that's pretty cool. But because I have to make a choice, I'm going with Taxman, if only because I've liked it longer than I've liked Dream World.
Okay. I only heard Dream World for the first time today.
Okay.
It's cute. It's definitely of its time. Not something I'll run back to, but it was a pleasant listen.
Yeah.
Taxman wins, man. I mean, that's
definite.
My favorite Harrison song on this album, and I'm not too fond of the other two, but I love Taxman, so I'm giving that one to Taxman. Now, I'm not writing down any scores or anything. I'll do it at the end of the video with the scores above us. I'll take the next one, which is Eleanor Rigby going against Anti-Municipal Court. I like this one a little more than Dream World. You know, I take it Mickey Dolenz is singing this song, right?
Yeah.
All right. You know, it's a happy, jumpy song with a psychedelic twist. But to me, Eleanor Rigby is historically. It's what Ronnie James Dio heard that song and it changed his life. And he saw the direction he wanted to go in. Because there was no songs written about, you know, a lonely old lady that dies in the church and the preacher and all that. It's
Yeah.
and you know, I mean, have you ever heard the instrumental version on Anthology, which is just classical music without vocal?
No, but I've heard there was an album that I had which was like it was by a group that did like it was like I forget the name of the album, but it was like Baroque Goes Rock, and they had like Eleanor Rigby an instrumental version, and a lot of the tunes were like pop tunes that were more classical, but with Eleanor Rigby they did kind of a with a beat like dun 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 dun, but with the violins, and it was great. But I didn't hear the Beatles version of it
Well,
instrumental.
well, yeah, it's you can hear it on YouTube. It came out on the Anthology. Anyway, Eleanor Rigby by far is my pick. What would be your pick?
Well, as a typical Beatles song, it was never my favorite, but as a classical piece of music, it's awesome. So I do really dig the tune on its own merits. And if and when I'm in the mood for classical music, which is often, I could put this on next to Mayakovsky or Shostakovich, and it would sit in well on the playlist. But the Monkees song Auntie's Municipal Court has always been a favorite of mine, and that hasn't changed. And I'm voting for the Monkees because the song is fun and it's my bag.
Right, and it's also because you're stupid.
Well, regardless, this is one of the times in which I'm happy to be stupid.
Nah, I'm just kidding. You know you're smarter than me. I'm
No,
more,
no.
I'm more stupider. See what I said there? Stupider. That proves it. All right. Well, Lee, why
Yeah,
don't you take the
whatever.
next one? I'm only sleeping versus we were made for each other.
Hmm. I was not the biggest fan of the Beatles song. It sounded somewhat like filler to me, but compared to the Monkees song, the Beatles song is a classic. I'm voting for I'm Only Sleeping. I don't know who the Monkees song was written for, but it sure wasn't written for me. It's the
Uh,
sort of song someone's parents might force their kids to hear and say, "Now, Sonny, that's the type of music you should hear." Thankfully, my parents didn't do that to me.
well, to me, that song is tailor made to drive the Davy Jones fans crazy because
Yeah,
it's a cute little bubblegum ditty. You know what I'm saying?
but I liked Davy Jones, but I didn't like him, if you know what I mean.
Right. You're
Yeah.
a Mickey Dolenz guy.
Actually, I did think that he dressed well, and I thought he was pretty cool.
And he gave you a chubby.
Um, I don't want to talk about that online.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I'm with you. I'm definitely going with I'm Always Sleeping because the other one's a little too sugary sweet for me, you know?
Yeah.
Not a fan, not a fan. All right, I'll go to the next one. Um, Love You Too. Um, isn't that the one with yeah,
Sitar.
yeah, ugh, I hate it. I hate the song. I hate that song. I hate
Oh.
sitar. I hate when George Harrison brings sitar. The only exception
Um,
is Norwegian Wood, but that's more Lennon. But I like the sitar and Norwegian Wood.
but
I
I
this,
do I disagree as far as my liking it, but go on.
no, I can't stand the song, and that one's going against is it
Tapioca Tundra.
uh there's this great Cheap Trick B side called Through the Night that they totally, I don't know if it's coincidental, but there's a riff in this song that makes up the main riff of that Cheap Trick song. It's a B-side called Through the Night, which is awesome power pop.
I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's great. And, you know, this one's, you know, a little upbeat. It doesn't really do nothing to me. I don't really hate it or love it. It's just there.
But it's better than a song you hate,
Yeah,
I'd
but
say.
still better than Love You Too because I hate
Yeah.
sitar. I hate it. I hate this. You know, it's what I don't like on Sergeant Pepper and what I don't like on here and what he did on Magical Mystery Tour. Please Don't Leave Me. I don't even know that song because I keep skipping it. So I'm
Yeah, I know it, but I don't. I won't tell you the name of it if you would prefer not to have bad thoughts.
yeah.
All right.
Let's keep it quiet.
Both songs are great, and I really enjoy both of them, and I always have enjoyed them. I'm picking the Monkees because something about the weirdness of the song mixed with the country elements is really great to me. And I usually prefer songs that aren't quite so serious as opposed to songs that have a more serious edge. But I do really enjoy the Beatles song. It's only that I enjoy the Monkees song a little bit more.
So we agree on this one.
Um, enough. We agree enough.
All right. Well, then you take the next two. Here, There, and Everywhere against Daydream Believer.
Okay. I always kind of liked Here, There, and Everywhere. I wasn't a big fan of Daydream Believer. That still holds up. I'm picking the Beatles. It's not my very favorite song in their catalog, but it's not a bad song, and it's better than Daydream Believer.
Okay. I love that Beatles song. I mean, I think it's beautiful. The
Hmm.
harmonies and, it's total McCartney. Now, Daydream Believer, I'm not a Monkees fan. I don't know much about the Monkees, but I've always loved Daydream Believer. And
Yeah.
everything that I've heard from the Monkees, it is my favorite Monkees song. And I'm picking the Monkees on this one because I
Hmm.
Here, There, and Everywhere. I really do. But there's something about Daydream Believer. I just love the hell out of that song. So that's
Hmm.
my pick. I'm going to give that one to the Monkees.
Were you like 20 years old when you first heard the Beatles?
No, no, Lee, the first memory of my life was the Beatles when I was 3 years old. But
Huh?
my first memory was looking up at a windowsill with a radio playing. Not quite sure if it was Help or Ticket to Ride or 8 Days a Week. One of those.
Okay.
One of my first memories of life. Um,
That's cool.
it was my first memory of life, actually. All right, I'll take the next one. Next one is Yellow Submarine going against Righting Wrongs. I never liked Yellow Submarine, man. It's just too. I don't,
Ooh.
I'm not a fan. I love
Oh.
Ringo, and
I
I like it more than Love You Too, but I'm not a big fan of Yellow Submarine. Righting Wrongs is pretty disjointed, track to me how it changes into something completely different as it goes along.
huh.
Don't really like it, but I was never a fan of Yellow Submarine, so I'm going to give it to the Monkees. What do you think?
Well, first I want to say one of the first recordings that I ever did with my sister on my birthday in 1971 when I was 6 was we did a duet of Yellow Submarine, and she was singing good, and I sounded like Froggy or Ernie from the Sesame Street. She was singing, "We all live in the Yellow Submarine." I was like, "Yellow Submarine," and it's like I was totally embarrassed about it, and my voice has never gotten better. So I'm embarrassed about that, but I like the song. But I always loved Yellow Submarine growing up. I really, really liked it. I still do. For me, it's still a very cool song. But the Monkey song Righting Wrongs is so odd and completely out there. I'm picking that. I absolutely love it. It's a classic, and I might be the only person who thinks of it that way, but it's an awesome tune and much better than the Beatles. It's great. I've always loved the song, and I still love it as much as I did back in the day.
So, do you think when you did that duet with your sister, it scarred you so bad that you grew up to buy cheap ass vodka?
No, I think I did that because I just want to buy cheap ass vodka.
Okay.
But
Uh,
but 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 I want to say if you listen to the Monkey song again and listen to the keyboards and comparing to my keyboards, well, no, my keyboards are better. But I mean, if you still listen to it for the musicianship, because you're a musician, you should stop being dumb. You'll like it.
oh, don't. Hey, you are not the boss of me.
Well, I'm trying to be the boss of you.
Let me be stupid.
Listen, every single person on Facebook right now who's my friend is stupid, and I want you to be the one guy who can go above it.
You see, Lee, I'm so stupid that what you just said now was in English, and I still, like, my brain couldn't comprehend it. I'm that.
Thank you. I like you better because of, well, I don't know what I'm saying because I'm drunk. That's worse than being stupid, because at least with stupid, it's a continuous thing. With drunk, it's a back and forth.
Yeah, I have no excuse.
I don't either. Even no, I do, but no,
You're cheap.
let's just continue on.
All right, I'll take the next one. Is She Said, She Said. Absolutely
Yeah.
love this song. This song, fucking love it. I love it. And it's going against I'll Be Back Up on My Feet, which is an upbeat tune. I don't like the trumpets on it, but the song is not bad if you took them out. But She Said by a landslide. What do you think?
Yeah. She Said was always a totally cool psychedelic heavy song that I absolutely loved. And I think it's great. And I'll Be Back Upon My Feet seemed like a clownish song. Not bad. I don't dislike it, but it sounds more like I'd be interested in how Bing Crosby did it. To me, it's a little too fancy for a Monkees song, and I'm picking She Said, She Said.
Did Bing Crosby do that song?
No, but I'm thinking, if you think of that kind of song and think of how, have you ever heard his version of Route 66?
No.
You get your kicks on Route 66. It was really snapping and cool music. And I used to borrow 78 records from an old Swedish lady in our old neighborhood named Inga Turling. And then she had Bing Crosby stuff, and I used to borrow her albums. And this was like back in the 70s, and it was cool stuff.
You know that Inga sucked my pinga?
Oh, um, well, her, her, she was like 72 years old.
I know. I felt no teeth, all gums. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. It's like, did you like really, 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 really hot weather?
yeah, I live in Florida.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she had her heater on like major. So that might have been what influenced you to move to Florida, because now you can think about Inga again.
I think about Inga sucking my pinga every day. Now, now, Lee, we're at the halfway mark now. When I do my track by tracks, I always pick a random album and talk about it for a second and go into side two.
Oh, please don't.
I have to, though.
Well, then I have to drink a little vodka and then put my phone
But
down for a quick second.
it's really good music, Lee. I want to talk about it.
You think it's good music? Okay, go on. I'm just going to drink a little tiny bit while you talk, okay?
All right. I'm actually going to talk about two CDs.
Oh, guys. Okay.
The first one, man, do I love this one. I don't know. It may be my favorite of the two. You recognize this CD, Lee?
Oh, my word. Wow.
This is Saturday Songs.
That's cool, man.
And I got to tell you, man, the song Jumpy Girl is my favorite. This band, this is a solo artist, Lee. His name is Lee Gerstmann.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I can talk about after you're done talking.
It's an awesome CD. And I like Following You in the Nicest Way, too. That's a really good one.
That's interesting, too.
And Unicorn Dance is awesome.
Yeah. I have Cynthia dancing to that one, Unicorn Dance. She's wearing a unicorn head.
I love it, and I love this one as well. This one's called Breeze by Lee Gerstmann as well.
Yeah. I'm curious what songs you like the best.
Oh, I gotta tell you, my favorite on here is Cleaning Up a Room in My Memory.
That one, my sister, when I played it for her, she said it sounded like the Beach Boys, kind of.
Yeah, it does. It does have
but that's cool.
But better.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, though, the words were purposefully really weird.
But cleaning up my room in my memory, it's about you having a messy room and then looking at it like, oh, my memory of when it was once clean. No, that's what I get out of it.
That's good enough.
And fire helps my sweet breath.
That one, my sister, when I played that for her, she said it sounded like goth music, kind of like a goth band could do
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of dark. It's got like a little dark feel to it. I dig it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's it, man. Breeze and Saturday music, Saturday songs from Lee Gerstmann is
Hey,
what.
man, that's cool.
Yeah, and you there were thinking it was gonna suck, huh?
No,
Masterpiece.
no.
All right, well, why don't you take the next two, which is Good Day Sunshine versus The Poster.
Yeah. I'm picking Good Day Sunshine because I dig that song. The Poster is an okay song and one of the better songs Davy Jones wrote for the Monkees, but I don't like it as much as Good Day Sunshine. If it was against being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, I'd pick it for that song because I think it was based on the Beatles song, but improved upon it. But comparing the Poster to Good Day Sunshine wins.
I gotta agree with you, and I like The Poster. You know, it's the first time I heard it. I think it has a nice, Davy Jones has a nice soothing pop voice on this, and
Yeah.
I think it shines on this track. But no, it's no Good Day Sunshine.
Yeah.
I got to give that one to the Beatles. All right, I'll take the next two. And Your Bird Can Sing versus P.O. Box 9847. Now, check this out, Lee. My P.O. Box, I have a P.O. Box.
Yeah.
And it's actually 9847.
Wow.
Well, I got to say, I love And Your Bird Can Sing. It's so awesome. I love it. The P.O. Box song, it's kind of a mess to me. It's kind of like disjointed. It's weird. It's not my bag, Daddy. What would you?
Well, I like the Monkees song better. That Beatles song and Your Bird Can Sing sounds too much like a garage band rehearsing, whereas the Monkees song sounds psychedelic with a good vibe, and I dig it. It's a deep cut, and not many people know of it, but I like it.
Right on. I'm a little offended you didn't pick that one, so I'm going to be honest with you. That P.O. Box 9847, that was a lie. I don't have a P.O. Box with that number. Okay, well, I'll go into the next one. For No One, probably my favorite song on this album.
Huh.
Man, let me tell you, Lee, when I saw McCartney perform this live, I cried.
Yeah.
I
You know
just,
what?
Go
I
ahead.
want to say really quickly that I had a songbook of Paul McCartney and Wings, and I played all 80 songs in the songbook in one day because I wanted to be able to write a song like McCartney, and I finally did. I don't have it now, but I mean, he was my favorite songwriter of all time back in the day. Just thought I would let you know that.
He was my favorite songwriter until I heard your music.
Hey, you know what? I This is no joke. I counted the songs that I did on my transcription service of songs that I've written, and in December alone of last year, I wrote more than 200 songs.
Damn,
That's just only that's only December.
that's crazy. You
That's
got way
great.
too much time on your hands.
I do have too much time on my hands. I'm not saying that all the songs are songs you'd like, but I mean I at least wrote songs.
I bet I'll like about 199 of them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, well, and that's going against Magnolia
Sims.
Sims. I'm not into this ragtime type music. That's what it sounds like,
Hmm.
and that's
Huh.
what this is. I don't like it at all. And of course, I'm going to go with For No One. What do
Oh.
you say?
I should pick the Beatles, but I'm not. I like Magnolia Sims a lot. It's like an old 20s song, and I really dig it. It's kind of like Basin Street Blues by Spencer Williams or something like that. I do like the Beatles song, For No One, but I like the Monkees song a little bit more.
Okay, well, how about the next one? Dr. Robert versus Valerie.
Valerie is a hell of a lot better song. Dr. Robert has a repetitive melody and beat that makes me think after about 30 seconds, I heard enough. Valerie has a great guitar solo and vibe to it. It's clearly the better song.
Well, Lee, I would probably agree with you in the future because listening to Valerie today, I was like, man, this ain't bad. It's a catchy tune and it's damn close to Dr. Robert for me, but not quite there. But that's because I only heard it once. So maybe you're right. Maybe in the future I will agree with you, but I obviously like Dr. Robert more than you because I love the song.
All right. Well, I do have to say that when I did hear it again, it well, I only heard enough of it. Well, because I already heard it before, and when I started to hear it again, I was like, okay, this is it's kind of like, have you ever had a meal where you're eating something and the first few bites are good, and then after you continue eating it, it's like, it's losing its flavor. And then it just kind of, that's sort of how this song Dr. Robert is. It's like da 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 Dr. Robert, da 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 Dr. Robert, da 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 da. It's like after a while, it doesn't compare to me to da 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 Valerie, da 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 Valerie. So for me, maybe it's because I didn't grow up with Dr. Robert. I only heard it because when I finally did a review for Revolver, the English version, I finally got a chance to hear it, but I never grew up with it. Whereas I heard Valerie growing up, and it's one of my favorite songs off of this album.
Okay, well, the next one is I Want to Tell You, which it's going against what is it? Zor
Yeah,
Zam?
Zor and Zam.
You know, and Zam, it's not bad. It's like the little drummer boy goes to war. Kind of
Yeah.
like it. But you know, I want to tell you, obviously I like it more than a stupid sitar song. It's still pretty low as one of my favorite songs on Revolver, but I'll still put it above the little drummer boy goes to Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah. I like both songs pretty much equally, but I'm picking the Beatles because the groove is so great. But I only like it 1% more than the Monkees song. They're both good, but I am voting for the Beatles.
Okay, why don't you take the next two, which is Gotta Get You Into My Life versus Alvin.
There's no comparison. Got to Get You Into My Life is much better than Alvin. I don't even have to explain it.
Well, I'll explain it. Alvin is just 20 seconds of like him singing a poem or some shit.
Yeah.
And Got to Get You Into My Life is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of trumpets, but you know, there are exceptions. And I love the trumpet work on that song. And I think it's one of the probably the highlight of the movie, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, with Earth, Wind, and Fire playing it. Have you heard them play this song, Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I think I did, and I think I like it.
Yeah, it's the best part. That and Aerosmith's the best part of that
Yeah.
movie, if you ask me. All right, now, and by the way, Alvin and the next track are
Yeah.
bonus tracks. They aren't on the album, but we used the bonus tracks to match it. So we end with Tomorrow Never Knows versus I'm Gonna Try. What do you think? Where would you go on this one?
Oh, please, this is silly. A great song versus a really stupid song. In case you don't know what song fits what category, the great song is Tomorrow Never Knows, and I'm voting for it. I'm Gonna Try sounds like they meant, I'm gonna try to write a bad song, and they succeeded.
Yeah, I can understand why this didn't make the album. And Tomorrow Never Knows is not it's not only a great song in my opinion, and in your opinion, but it's also a game changer using backward tapes, and it's a total game changer. And it was you know, kind of like a proto of where they were going. You know, the way this album ends is kind of like showing you they're going to start doing some weird ass, cool ass shit later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tomorrow Never Knows would have fit perfectly on Magical Mystery Tour, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
And I want to thank you, and I want to thank Dana, who requested Monkees versus the Beatles with Lee Gershman, or as I should say, Lee Gershman. And
you can call me whatever you want, and as long as I'm within earshot, I'll come running.
All right, so I'm gonna call you from now on, Cum Dumpster.
I'll still come running if I'm out of the dumpster.
Right on, Lee. Well, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you so much, Dana. And I want to say, hey, if you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And also, before I do my sign off, please subscribe to Lee Gershman's channel.
Yeah.
He's on YouTube, and Lee Gershman also has a podcast called The Lee Gershman Show and Reform Rock Podcast.
You could have stopped before you had mentioned the second one, but okay, it's all good.
Now Mark is gonna bitch at you, and
I don't fucking care as long as he bitches at me and not you. That's I'll understand.
All right, then forget the second podcast. Just check out the Lee Gershman Show and Lee Gershman's YouTube page. And also, he's got music that he releases a lot. There's a lot of CDs that Lee does. And he just wrote 200 songs in December. He's a music machine, that Lee.
Yeah.
And check out, me and him did a collaboration when I went to San Francisco. And me and him wrote a song together, and it is on YouTube. Me and him actually performing it together.
Yeah.
It's called Tuck It In.
Yeah.
And also, I got my
really
band.
Cool stuff.
And I did my band. My band did a cover of Lee Gershman's song "Bugs on Cheese," which is.
And I really think that I'm still very happy that you did it, because, I mean, regardless of what anyone thinks of my version, I always like to hear someone else's interpretation of my work, and you're like a professional version. So it's like, even though you said you like mine better, I have to tell you I like your version better, because I'm like, I only did it on keyboards only because I only had keyboards, but it was meant to be like a rockin' tune, and the way you did it was the way that I would want to do it. So it's like it's a dream version for me, you know.
Well,
that's the thing.
Thank you. So I still stand by your versions better. I mean, when I heard it, I was like, "Holy shit, this song rules!" And then I had to cover it. I talked to the band. I said, "Dudes, we're gonna do this song called Bugs on Cheese, whether you like it or not." And everybody in the band was like, "Shit, I like this." They all like it. So luckily, I'm gonna fight them to do it anyway. But luckily, they heard it and enjoyed it as well. But anyway, Lee, I'm giving my sign off now, which is stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob, Lee.
Right on.